Hey everybody, soybean farmer here. Want to give y'all an update, those that was wondering what happened or what has transpired with the injector pump on the John Deere 4020 tractor. It was about 8 days ago. John Deere field service mechanic was here, and he actually took the injector pump off the tractor. John Deere's got a network of dealerships all over North Carolina, but they've got one in Edenton, North Carolina, which is about a 3-hour drive away from here. That pump ended up down there because at that facility they've got all of the equipment, the machinery, the calibration lab and testing facility, and they've got a man down there that rebuilds pumps. So he rebuilt the pump, tested it, said it was ready to go. They called me, let me know that they were sending it back up to Wilson, North Carolina, which was the dealership I was in direct contact with. They needed payment before they were willing to transfer the pump. We took care of that. Pump got transferred back to Wilson, North Carolina, and the very next day the John Deere field service mechanic technician came out and put the pump back on the tractor. He called me that afternoon at work to let me know that it had been put back on the tractor. He'd run the tractor for about 15 minutes and didn't see any problems with it. But he wanted me to, as soon as I could, work the tractor, get it under load, get it hot, and really work it. So I got home that night about 9 o'clock, and by about 9:45, I changed clothes and got the chisel plow put behind the tractor and took it over the back side of the farm and worked it. The tractor ran great. Big improvement in the way the tractor ran. I had not really noticed that there was anything wrong with the tractor, but I noticed a lot quicker response on throttle up. I worked it about 20 minutes. It pulled great. I dropped that chisel plow down into some really hard ground, and that tractor just walked right on with it. Came back over here to the shop and parked the tractor. It was sitting there running. Went and got my big yard light and put it on it, started looking things over. And the injector pump was wet. Went and got a paper towel and wiped it and smelled it, and sure enough it was diesel fuel. So I called the field service tech the next morning and gave him the report, and he said, "I want you to call my boss right now." And of course I knew the fella because I deal exclusively down at that location. I said, "Okay, I'll call him." He said, "Tell him exactly what you told me." I said, "Okay, I will." And he said, "We're going to get a plan together, but you got to work it through him." I said, "All right." So I called him, and that man couldn't have been any better. He immediately took ownership for the situation. He immediately assured me that John Deere had my back, that they were not finished with this issue, that they were going to bring more people into it if they needed to, but they would get the problem resolved for me. So turns out I did the right thing by not pulling this pump off myself and taking it to a local shop. Turns out I did the right thing calling John Deere and getting them involved with it. Now, if the camera will cooperate and if the camera will focus, we'll walk over there and I'll take a look and you can see what I'm talking about. Now, if the camera's picking this up, and I don't know for sure if it is or not, but you can actually see, let's see, I'll pull around this way. That's where I'm putting my fingernail, my shaky cold fingernail, because it's a little bit cold out here. That's where I've got the diesel fuel coming out of this pump at. And there's a bolt here and a bolt on the other side, and that plate right here comes out with the pump when you remove it. We're thoroughly confused as to why it's leaking right here. I don't have any signs of diesel fuel going down past this area here into the crankcase, and I can't find any leakage up here in this area. In fact, it's dry up there. So anyhow, folks, this is an update on what's going on with me getting this tractor repaired. I'm just thankful I did call John Deere and involve John Deere in this repair. And I'm really thankful to John Deere for the manner in which they are talking to me about getting this repair completed. Everybody, thanks for watching, and thank you for subscribing to my channel, Soybean Farmer.